I could really go for that cigarette. You think there's a lighter in here?
There's probably matches somewhere. We deserve it.
We do.
Actually,
but we'd have to go outside.
I was just about to say, you'd have to brave the outside.
I'm done with outside.
And make sure your match doesn't go out.
Ugh. No.
Episode 4. This one's a tough one.
Oh, we have to recap where we were, which was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have to update it with what just happened, which was shitty.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
where the heck have we been?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Actually in France.
Mm-hmm.
Actually not pronounced nice.
It's not.
In Ez. I went to Ez for a day.
How we did.
Also. Oh, that was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. I think I have my pits and tits.
You go first.
Okay. My pits was getting chased out of the tobacco shop by that man. I don't know what he was saying, but he was calling out to me. I'm very surprised that I was buying tobacco. And even then, it was like 1 second of like, got a blast. And then it was fine.
Worst. Yeah.
No, but that's my pit. And then my tit is probably Ez. That was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful. This very old village on the coast. Such a great lunch.
Yeah.
Cute shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a treacherous hike, but it was at the end kind of worth it going on the beach.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so I think that's probably my tit. It was so idyllic, I feel like, and delicious.
All the wine was good, except the one we got at the grocery store.
Yeah. That's my pit and tit.
My pit was probably the bus ride to Ez. It was jam-packed. Literally shoulder to shoulder. Standing room only. And it was hot. So I was like sweaty. And it's like a 30-minute bus ride. Our legs were sore from the day before. And this like group of 4 Americans were talking loudly the entire way. Which is embarrassing. I didn't get car sick, so that was a plus side. But it was just uncomfortable. But great views, you know, not the worst. If that's my pit, then it was a good trip. My tit, first of all, the day we showed up was
I think I blocked
the
that
worst
out.
morning. It was just a recipe for disaster. And I had the best day. That's my favorite day so far, that whole day.
Oh.
I mean, after we napped and ate and stuff.
Yeah.
I was super tired like all day, but like we came upon this like race and clapped for the random runners and then walked up to Castle Hill, and every bit of that was beautiful. And like there are ruins up there and a park and people playing bocce ball, and then we go down the other side and there's this cemetery that's like super elaborate and very serene. And I was like, I've got to jump in that crystal blue water. I put my swimsuit on and it's getting cold now. We find out it's a rock beach, so it's very painful on your feet when you take your shoes off. But on my way to the water, I see like colors in the rocks and realize there's a fuck ton of sea glass. And like my favorite thing, Jay and I hunt for sea glass all the time back home, and it's hard to find, and you only like find the brown ones, and a bunch of brown sea glass together is not the prettiest thing. I was really excited about that, and then I did jump in the water, and it was cold, but it was super refreshing, and the feeling of being in that water was just completely euphoric. It was just awesome. It was incredible. I guess my tit would be getting in the water, but like sea glass became a theme for me. Every day I went to pick sea glass, and that was super exciting every day, but it doesn't quite top jumping in the water, which just capped off a great day.
Yeah. I did not jump in. But it looked amazing.
She was my bodyguard on the shore.
So, backstory. As Kara hops into the beach, it's like evening time, and so it's not a ton of people jumping in that water.
It was me, and then way down, there was one other guy.
Yeah.
Like way down.
Like half a mile down. And so I'm sitting with the clothing item, and I'm like watching Kara struggle to get into the water. And I look over to my right, and this like couple walking around with their like little influencer tripod thing handheld was just videotaping Kara in the water. And I was like, this
feels weird.
No, this shouldn't. You couldn't possibly be doing that. And I was like, this can only be one thing, pointing in that direction. And so I tip my shades down and wait for him to look at me, and we make eye contact, and I just shake my head no. And he immediately turns the camera away. In any culture, who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
So now it brings us to, where the heck are we at?
We're so not excited.
No.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
we're finally dry-ish.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we waited until after we ate, because I feel like if we just did the video and waited to eat.
Yeah. Well, I was going to eat while we were doing it, which after eating that pizza, I realized would have been disgusting. I wouldn't have been able to watch the video with all the chewing going on.
That's true.
I hate that sound.
That's true.
So we're technically in Sorrento. We're in Sant'Agneo, but it's like a neighborhood of Sorrento.
Yeah.
Italy. We're on the Amalfi Coast. Fine.
Great.
All the rage.
We started out this venture it was like just drizzling a little bit, rained like a little bit in Nice. And so we were like, well, fuck it, let's just head to the like airport. We get to the airport and we get through all that business. And
Maddie gets pulled over.
Oh yeah, it was my
security
turn.
line.
It was my
happened
turn
every time.
And it was my shoes. It was my
She had
shoes.
sandals on. Like, it doesn't leave much to the imagination.
No.
I don't understand.
I was wearing socks and sandals, but it's those Doc Marten sandals that kind of have the like platform a little bit on them. So I'm wondering if there's something in the platform.
Oh, that's like metal, like a base.
Yeah, like nails, or maybe it was that. I was like, okay. And he was like, it's okay, take a breath. And I'm like,
she didn't do anything.
I was like, okay.
She just followed their instructions. I don't understand. They gave her foot bags.
They made me take
little blue foot bags.
They made me take my
Something's
shoes
happening.
off. And the guy like held out one of the bags like he was about to put it on my foot, and I just like reached my hand in there instead. I'm like, thank you.
Oh.
And I'm gonna do that myself. But then we get through, and then our flight's delayed.
An hour. Well,
conflicting.
EasyJet. It was delayed 7 minutes before we left the apartment. And then it was delayed, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And then we're sitting at a bar in the airport, and it's delayed an hour.
On the tracking, like track your
flight tracker on the app says that it's delayed like an hour and a half or something.
Yep.
But we keep checking the monitors, and it's staying at an hour. So we're like, well, we're going with that. And I was like, okay, now it's 40 minutes before the flight that's posted on the monitors. I'm gonna go see if it's boarding yet, because we didn't know our gate, so we couldn't go any further. And it's like A03, and then below it is in red, it says 3 minutes. So I was like, fuck. So I run back to Maddie. I was like, we gotta go.
Here's power walking over.
And Maddie goes, uh-oh. So we were running through the airport, because of course it's 3. Where we are is 19.
Yeah.
And of course it's at 3.
Decent.
So we have to go to all the way basically down, running between people. I definitely rolled over some woman's foot. And then we get there, and the line is backed up to everywhere.
It just says boarding in green.
Yeah.
And they hadn't opened it up yet.
Oh. So we get to the front, and my biggest fear becomes a reality, where she makes me put my carry-on in the bucket thing, the measuring thing. I measured it, but I'm looking at this thing, and I've seen it a few times now, and I know damn well it's not going to fit in there with wheels. Mm-hmm. It didn't. Without the wheels, it would have been fine. So she's like, it's not going to fit. You gotta go pay for it. So I go talk to the other lady, who, by the way, is much nicer, at the desk, off to the side in airport baggage jail. I was like, my bag doesn't fit, but I paid for it. And she looks at my boarding pass and she goes, oh yeah, you paid for priority boarding. But I did pay for a carry-on because it wasn't included, so I guess it automatically does that. And she was like, they'll just put this in the hold and you'll pick it up at the carousel when you get there. You don't have to pay. I did not pay for a checked bag, but that's essentially what it became. And I was like, great, say no more, goodbye. But then I didn't know where to put it because there was nobody there. And I was like, what if I leave this thing outside of the airplane and then it just gets left there? So I bring it on the airplane with me, knowing full well that it's not allowed. And so the guy comes out and he's like, allow me to help you. And he goes, oh, this is for holding, this can't fly up here. And I was like, yeah, I didn't know who to give it to.
We made it to Naples. We were like contemplating the bus situation, which we was purchased for a specific time. So we already preemptively emailed them because we thought it was going to be an hour and a half delay, when in reality it ended up being like, 45 minutes instead?
It was like an hour and some change.
So we were flirting with being able to make our original time on the bus.
Yeah. I emailed them like 3 times before we left, because obviously I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi, and I don't know, I never know what airport's gonna have Wi-Fi. So far they all do. The bus was for 4:30. The next one available was for 6. We get to the baggage carousel at 4:28, and I was like, if they're right outside, we could still make it. They haven't released our bags yet. So I emailed them again, and I was like, actually, we're not gonna make the 4:30 one. That was a trick. We need the next one, please. No reply. Turns out, not only is the bus stop not right outside, it is like a 5 to 7 minute walk away. And luckily, right before my phone went out of range of the Wi-Fi, they emailed me back and was like, basically like, take whatever bus you want, we don't care. But that meant we had to wait a full hour.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I just realized?
Huh.
We're gonna have to leave so early to make it to the airport. Because
in case it takes forever?
Mm-hmm. Well, we make it to the bus. We find a seat. It's fine. It's comfortable. It takes an hour and 40 minutes for us to get to our destination.
It's supposed to take 50 minutes on this bus. At night, narrow roads, harsh stops, lots of turns, beautiful view, but it's nighttime, so like, who really cares? I'm in and out of car sickness.
And it's raining.
It's raining.
So they don't notify you on any of the stops or anything.
There aren't signs. There isn't an announcement.
That we could see.
Nothing.
So we're like tracking the bus on my phone on the map and like coordinating it with the stop that we think we're supposed to be getting off at. And we get close and it was like, is this our stop? And so we get all the way to the front and I talk to the bus driver and he's like, no, the next one. And it is raining so
in that time
hard.
Between those 2 stops, the sky fucking bottoms out as if it heard we were coming.
It just like the floodgates open,
pouring,
and we get out to like pick up our stuff, And it's like, you couldn't get your shit together fast
Oh
enough.
my God.
And so I'm like half have my like rain jacket on.
I got this like disposable poncho last minute. And I didn't even have it because I was like, oh, rain's over. We're good. And we're like at this bus stop, this teeny tiny bus stop with these strangers. And I'm like ravaging through my shit. And then I put it on. It's like I'm the slanted roof. And the rain is just like puddling on me as it falls either in or over. You don't know.
And my rain jacket falls off halfway through. I'm soaking wet and just hosting my own white t-shirt contest. And just trying to survive. Mm-hmm. We get to the fucking place that we think that we're supposed to be.
Soaked through. Our pants are heavy with rain. Mine are a little too big, so they are literally falling off.
And I thought it was cute to wear socks and sandals.
Oh, right.
And it wasn't cute at the end. Well, we try to get in, and I close the gate behind me.
This like big like wrought iron gate. You know, like old school scary gate.
Ends up, well, the key is on the outside of the gate.
In a lockbox.
And the gate is now locked. We can't open it because we don't have said keys. Kara, with your dainty wrists, reaches through said gate.
On this ledge, in a bush, these diamond-shaped, like, protective wiring shit that's rusty. And I have a hand through each diamond trying to, like, see sideways the code on the lockbox. Can't get it open. Finally get it open. Yeah.
So we couldn't find the door. Still raining, pouring. But it's a hotel, right? That's next to us?
I don't know. The guy that we rented from lives here. He's just like, he left so that we could have it.
Oh.
Like he rents it out for Airbnb, and when somebody rents it, he leaves.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So he's somewhere else.
Isn't he sick?
Yeah. In somebody else's house. He's sick, so he was supposed to meet us, and all this would have been avoided.
We make it in. We're drenched. We just immediately take wet clothes off and wash our hands. I put soap on my hand and flip the thing up, and all you hear is and the water's gone. There's no water.
We thought maybe you had to turn it on, but I asked the guy, and he was like, no, it's out for the whole city. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. And I was like, well, we're going to go to a pizza place and try to use their water. And he was like, I don't think that's possible. It's out for the whole city. So there's no water until 4 a.m., which isn't the worst. Like, all we really have to do is go to sleep. But, like, I found a jean jacket at the bus stop in Naples. And God knows how long that thing's been there. When we were stuck in a downpour and I didn't have my poncho yet, I put it over my head.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So I was like, fuck, what do I do? Thinking it's okay, we're almost there, and I can just wash my arms. No, I cannot. So I washed my hands with a makeup wipe, and I hope I don't get violently ill.
So here we are.
Yeah. At least we're not hungry anymore. We went back out and got some pizza.
Yeah. Well, we made it.
Oh, what are we looking forward to?
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to know right now. Honestly, I'm not the most excited right now.
I'm not necessarily either.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'll feel differently tomorrow, but I'm just kind of like tired. I'm a little homesick. Maybe I just need some sleep.
It's really easy to start thinking about like, man, I wish I was home right now when it's like so shitty here. Mm-hmm. I felt that way on the bus. I was like, man, I'm starting to get kind of car sick.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of the buses in Ecuador when I used to get really car sick. And I wish I was kind of sitting at home right now.
I didn't start feeling that until, like, we got here and got settled. And then I told Jay everything that had happened. I'm feeling kind of homesick. Like, this is kind of shitty. Tomorrow will be better. Oh, what are we looking forward to? What are you looking forward to?
The beach?
Yeah.
Capri?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to Capri. It's kind of like intimidating because it's another like day trip.
Mm-hmm. And we've gotten really good at day trips.
Yeah. And it was the one day trip that we had always kind of talked about.
Right.
That's all we got right now. I think I might go to bed.
Same. Sleep it off.
Or at least lay down and play Animal Crossing.
And just be quiet for a little bit.
Yeah. Why is my foot so itchy? It's so itchy. Anyway. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.